Just show the NBS Source home screen for a start. And what we'll do is we'll look at look at a real life situation where we're going to try to specify or look at specifying a roof access hatch and AOV on a specific project. So this is the model element that we've got, and I'm going to move into the Source website to look at how to specify this AOV and roof access hatch. So if I type in AOV into the search bar at the top, we get a wide selection of products that the system feels is suitable for those search parameters. And as we can see, there's lots and lots of information here. 295 products from 193 manufacturers. We can filter those down on this left-hand side here. So we've got natural smoke, heat, exhaust ventilators. I'm going to select that category there, and NBS Source filters all of those products down for us. We're looking at the ones we've got left. We can see that there's automatic opening vents, there's a Brett Martin AOV smoke vent, there's also products from Colt International. So if I want to, I can select the products that are of interest to me and click on the button down here and compare the two products. So I can see at a glance how one may be better than another. So obviously there's a lot of information contained in there. And if I go back and look over them again, you can see that actually the Colt International product is a AOV, smoke ventilator and roof access hatch. So that's a combined system, and that's exactly what I'm looking to specify. So I've got my product, and now I want to know exactly how it fits into NBS Chorus. And as I scroll down, you can see that the Uniclass information is provided within the product information, and I can see that this product sits within a natural smoke and heat exhaust ventilator section. So having found the product that I want to specify within my project, I can then go into NBS Chorus and start to add the content into my specification. So I know that I'm looking for natural smoke ventilators, and scrolling down, we can see that natural smoke and exhaust ventilators has come up within this section. So I'm going to go ahead and add that into my specification. Opening that clause up, I can obviously see that there's a lot of information that can be added into that product specification. I know that from my investigation through Chorus that we can specify the Colt International combined AOV through the products system selection on the right hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and add that combined AOV and smoke ventilator into my specification. And in here I can then obviously pick out the information that I want from that product. So we're looking at the size. I'm going to go ahead and specify 1000 by 1250. You can type, the lid panel. So whether you want it to be solid or clear. In this instance, I'm going to specify a clear lid, and then the colour and a finish. So polyester powder coated to match the rest of the roof flashings, etc. So I've got my smoke and heat exhaust ventilator in my specification. I can click save. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back to my model, and within the model I'm going to search for products that I've just specified. So in here you can see my smoke and heat exhaust ventilator has come up, and having selected the AOV, the roof light that I've got within my project, I can select this element section and associate it with the model. So having associated the specification with the AOV, let me just get that right. I can go into the skylight selection settings, and within the classifications and properties section, we can now see that that specification is linked to that particular element within the model. And then we can go ahead and label that up using the automatic labeling functions and ensure that that product reference is associated with that element.
Hi Nick, that was fascinating. It's always great to see how our platforms are used on real life projects. So thanks for that work example. I was just wondering if a few questions, if you don't mind. I wonder if you could summarize how NBS Source helps, like as a summary, helps you as a specifier, as a designer.
Yeah, so I think in the first instance, Stephen, NBS Source is a fantastic tool to help identify which products you can expect to see within Chorus. I have found it a little bit frustrating in the past, not being able to find what I was looking for, but by using Source, you can type in some of the simplest search parameters like I did just there in that example, and you're presented with a really, really good list of products that you can review, and then obviously look to specify within Chorus itself by using those simple features such as the product references and those types of things.
And do you find that like all the information's there that you need, or are you clicking the sort of get technical support, or is it a mix depending on the complexity of the products? What's that sort of collaboration with the manufacturers like?
Yeah, I suppose that's a very good point to raise, is that in some instances, all of the product information is there. If you're specifying a brick, then obviously, there is a very limited amount of information that comes along with that product. However, more complex items like the AOVs, that type of thing, we do generally use the manufacturer's technical advice lines. We'll get in touch and make sure that exactly what we're specifying is right and meets all of the requirements that we're looking to specify. So it's a very good starting point from our point of view, but obviously due diligence, working through the specification and ensuring exactly what you're doing is right is part of the process. So yeah, both come to mind.
Yeah, so based on that theme, for the more complex things like complex cladding or complex roofing solutions, are you just literally putting like Teams meetings and Zoom meetings up and showing the spec and the designs on the screen and getting help that way?
Yeah, absolutely, Stephen. So window detailing comes to mind just recently. We've with this project on site, as a Zoom meeting to resolve a curtain wall in detail where we've got complex intersections with steelwork, and we need to provide flashings. Pulling a detail up on the CAD system and showing it to all the participants helps resolve some of those problems really, really quickly.
And finally, to NBS, we have two platforms: Chorus, Source, and technical team, a software team that are sort of pushing on both development. What would you like us to do next in terms of NBS Source? How can we continue to improve it?
That's a really good question, actually, and I've been thinking about this a bit, and I think my answer is quite topical in that sense. I think that being able to filter products through their fire rating is obviously very hot you pardon the pun, on the agenda at the minute. You know, being able to select a range of products and then filter them via an A1, A2 classification would be absolutely fantastic. I think it's obviously really, really high on everybody's agenda at the minute, and being able to have that information to hand would be fantastic.
Yeah, no, that is on our roadmap. We're in the, I think at the moment, we're in the process of enhancing all of the content, and when we hit that sort of magic number, once you've categorized your search, then you'll see those technical characteristics that you build to filter by. So whether it's a species of timber, or whether it's a luxury rating of carpet, or fire rating of some sort of covering material. But no, we'll continue to improve. We'll continue to push on, and really thank you very much for the presentation.
Fine, you're welcome.